All right, so welcome to this week's podcast. I am Peter Fernandez. I
Yeah,
am the host.
I'm DJ.
I'm Devin. I'm the president of the club for the next month and a half, 2 months.
I
Cries.
suppose I'm Andy, the Minecraft lead.
There you go.
Yeah, I want to just start off real quick with holy shit, fuck yeah. I'm super proud of what you guys worked on for the Minecraft graduation. That was sick as shit, dude.
It
Yeah.
was really fun.
Seriously, congrats on that, man.
Yeah,
Thank
it was a
you.
lot of fun. I can't take. I'm not taking any of the credit though. That's all Andy and the builders. That's all them.
Yeah. All right, let's
I
start off
like
with that
that.
then.
I
Yeah,
like
Andy,
that now
how
that
long
it's
did it-
been done, it could be like an
A
annual
map,
thing.
yeah. We could do something
Keep
just for
adding
our
on to
club
that.
and stuff.
Yeah, how fucking long did it take you guys to build that? Holy, I saw it, I did the video for the at least Gample, but you guys built a whole lot more than just Gamples. What was all that?
Yeah, so Gamble was the original intention, right? Like we weren't thinking of building all of Yukon, but we actually ended up building Gamble like fairly quickly. So then it was like, well, we have all this time left, so like, what can we do? And that was really me and Ethan took the initiative on that. I had just planned to do Gamble, but from then it just became a competition of like how many buildings and how many roads can we put in until like May 10th. Um,
You
and
got
so
the
it's really
field
cool
house
now
and
because we
everything.
we actually have like an official Yukon map, or I guess it's unofficial, but it's like the closest representation to the actual thing. And it's really neat as an asset, just because like now we can do a whole bunch of Minecraft activities centered in Yukon.
Yeah. Make
Yeah,
that like a hub
so
world for a map or something.
yeah, it could be that's actually a really good idea. But how much for those who might not know, how much of Yukon did you guys build besides Gample?
You built the
Um,
bars, right?
You guys got all the
we,
way over to Northwest, didn't you?
yeah,
Damn,
we
you got all the way
were.
to Northwest?
Yeah, I don't
That's
think
where
you
we.
got the whole build, right?
That's about as far as we got. So like we did most of the road between McMahon and the Student Union. We did North Parking Garage. We did South Parking Garage. I think the plan is like once we set up the summer server, we'll continue finishing all the buildings that we missed. So currently, right now, we're like expanded almost all the way to Store Center, I'd say.
Mm.
So we have to build the road that goes by Mirror Lake and all that.
Oh, so you gotta build Bishop
Same.
and the what you
Yeah,
call
I
it?
don't think we built Buckley, so we
Yeah, I don't
have
think
to
you
do
built anything on
that.
that side.
But that'd be interesting because then we
Is it
can.
all like furniture on the inside or just structure?
It's structured in some areas, so like some buildings have actual things in them.
Okay.
They're not actually like for scale for what the actual building would look like. Like
Oh
there's a
yeah, no,
giant
definitely, yeah.
trampoline inside the school of business, but yeah, so like that's kind of the idea of like we can take these buildings and put like neat things in them. Like there's Spleef in the school of business, for example. Like that's really cool.
Isn't
Um,
that just a metaphor for business in general? You try to take everyone
yeah,
else out,
exactly.
and then they just fall in love.
Yep.
Yeah, it'd be
Ugh.
cool if the actual school of business had a Spleef arena, but it doesn't. So we filled in.
Use your imaginations.
Yep, pretty much.
Right.
That's neat, though. You actually put purpose for the buildings instead of just being like the bare structure on the outside, which I find is pretty cool.
What was in the Union, Andy? I forget.
In the Union,
Yeah, it was the Union or the Field House. I know one of them had a racing type thing, right? Boat
yeah.
racing.
So there is an ice boat racing track in the field house,
Yeah.
Mm,
and
good
in
place,
the
good
Union,
place.
I don't think we. I think the Union we actually built like somewhat to scale of what the actual interior looks like. Like we had the cafeteria and the markets.
Mm.
Right. Huh. Very
Yeah,
cool. It's
that's nice.
impressive,
Yeah.
honestly. Like you guys put in a lot of work, and it's just like ridiculously impressive. It looks like a professional team went in there and like went to work. It's insane.
Yeah, I think the map is really impressive, but also like the actual event, like all the work that Ryan did in getting the speakers and setting up a schedule and like keeping everything organized was really, really handy on the day of, because we weren't wondering like what to do next. We had a whole plan.
Yeah, Ryan.
So that was
is,
really neat to be part of that, like to see that
Yeah.
experience up front.
It's like you
Yeah,
got to be done
Ryan's
with
very
this and this in this certain amount of time for like your speeches
Right,
and
and all
stuff,
the
right?
speeches and stuff.
Yeah, which is interesting. Did
It
any
was
of you
especially
watch?
it was especially complicated because like we couldn't see each other. Like none of us actually met in real life, because of the whole quarantine thing.
Yeah,
So this was all done over Discord and Google Docs and Minecraft.
damn,
So it was cool.
that's
Yeah,
fun
so
though.
like Davis was saying like making it like you were saying, Andy, that you were like gonna add more to it for the summer server. Like what are your plans, since you're also the game lead for Minecraft? You're
Yeah.
gonna be mostly running a lot of events for Minecraft. Like what are some of your plans, if any, you got? Like what are some activities you want to go forward with? What are some ideas you have cooking up inside for the community at large?
Yeah, it's really interesting since you were able to get us that really nice server from ITS. We have a lot of RAM to work with, a lot of space.
A lot of
So
dedicated RAM.
Yeah,
yeah, so my original idea,
Gaming Clutch.
we're gonna have the map that we built for commencement, and we're gonna have a survival and a creative variant. So in creative, the goal will be to continue expanding campus. So to add all the buildings that we missed, add the roads, maybe even go into Store Center.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be really interesting for people who are willing to like continue adding on to campus. And then we'll also have regular survival map where the campus will kind of be the spawn point, and then you could build whatever you want like outside of campus. So it'll be kind of like you live in stores and you build your own house, and you do all the things you do in survival.
Yeah, that'd be neat.
And so the idea is like at a certain point we'll be able to have a picture perfect Minecraft map of Yukon, and then we can host all sorts of events on there. Like we could do hide and seek, we could do building
Games.
competitions, we can do the boat racing, like all this stuff that you could generally do at Minecraft. Like I'm really excited to do a Minecraft Hunger Games with the Yukon campus. I think that would be really cool.
Great.
Did you? I'm pretty sure there's like a manhunt club on campus already.
Yeah, there
is
is.
like they use the whole entire campus to actually play manhunt, which is pretty cool. I think that'd be pretty fun to like actually play Hunger Games inside of a.
Yo, could you like slide
Campus.
me their Uconnect? Like that sounds sick as shit. Actually,
Yeah,
like,
man.
I would join
I'm not even sure it's like a official club. I think it's just like people who just got together and like was literally playing tag in the dark.
It
That's
started
so
out as
cool.
like a Reddit thread. I think some guy wanted to do
Yeah.
it.
That is
Great.
so cool. Yeah, man, but like seriously, congrats on the success. Like even just the video, like looking at some of the the views we have, like it's one of the most viewed videos on our channel now. The Minecraft commencement, the behind the scenes is one of our most viewed videos in the last couple of months. Like it's real big success. People loved it. People enjoyed it. And I'm seriously hoping for even bigger stuff from the Minecraft community. Like I'm super excited for what you guys are going to work on. Like I've been playing Minecraft like crazy now, so like I'm excited to be a part of that community and like join in and have fun with you guys.
I really like how well the video came out, because like during the actual event, especially behind the scenes, it was very chaotic. But the video makes it seem like everything went very perfect, minus a few mic issues. But that's fine. It was the first time, and we're all doing it online,
Yeah.
But for the most part, it came out really professional. It looked exactly like an actual commencement with all the people giving speeches and all the people going up on stage. It was really fun. Like I'm really glad that I was able to have that group of people to work with, and that the club supported it, of course. But that's the beginning. That's the start of the Minecraft community, and we can only go up from here. So
Exactly.
Yeah. Did any of you watch like the actual one they held?
the
On
virtual
Saturday?
commencement.
Yeah, the virtual commencement.
I didn't, but I know my grandfather wanted to watch it, so I put it on the Apple TV in the living room, and then I went out for like a 2-hour long drive while it was going on. I was just kind of just like, I'm not graduating, so
That's fair, honestly. I just like
Fun.
I really think that I really hope they do something in October for them, because like that's the big thing, because like they didn't get
That's what I heard that they
to
were
like
doing.
walk get across stage, which is
Yeah.
like kind of a big deal for seniors, especially like
Yeah.
now that the job market's completely crashed. It's really
Let's not
kind
talk about that. It's depressing.
yeah,
No, no,
but
no, no. Please, let's bring up some depressing shit on the podcast.
this
like
is sad boy
coronavirus.
hours right
Oh,
now
yeah.
with DJ.
Hey, sad boy hours with UCGC. Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome to us talking about COVID and how awful
Yeah.
it
The
is.
COVID cast. This
We're
is
going
what
to get
this
banned
is.
from YouTube for saying that
COVID
word.
edition.
It's been more than 30 seconds. We're good. We're
Okay.
good to
Good,
talk
perfect.
about it.
But did you actually
Um,
see what Tom was wearing? Like that
Oh, yeah.
necklace.
He
That
looked like
necklace,
a
I was like,
priest.
oh. He's
He
gathering
looked
all
like-
the Infinity Stones.
Yeah, right. He literally looked like you would see like a priest in an RPG. Like
Yeah,
he-
it's
that's
like-
what he looked like. You know, it was like or like some professor at the College of Winterhold from Skyrim.
Yeah,
I'm
he
just like,
literally looks like an RPG character, which is the most funniest thing I've ever seen.
oh my
like
god, it's
they
awesome.
all because like they're not like all like different Yukon colors. They're all random colors that are like marbled, which I found
Yep.
weird.
Yep. Oh, that's great though.
I'm glad that they actually did something for people at least, but it was very like
It
I
was
didn't see the whole thing. I saw like segments of it.
Yeah.
It was very funny. But I think that's kind of what they were going for.
Yeah.
I rewatched
Yeah,
the
my
only part of
roommate-
it.
My
Go
roommate
ahead.
was graduating, and he said it was kind of bad to watch. Like it was really boring. Like
Yeah.
nothing.
Oh yeah,
Nothing too
I
good.
guarantee it. You're literally sitting in front of a TV screen watching a pre-recorded Tom do.
Oh no, Tom was actually his part was live.
Oh, his part was
in,
live. Okay.
Yeah, his part was live in Jorgensen.
Okay. But
Yeah, the only
after
part-
that, like
all
the
this-
videos where they scrolled
Yeah.
all the names, that was like kind of
Yeah, all that
Kinda was
was
boring, but, like-
yeah. I actually on that day when I was driving back, I actually saw Tomcat drive. He drove past me in his Tesla.
Did you
I
wave
knew-
high?
No, I didn't. I just kind of drove by, but I knew it was him because I saw his license plate. You know, the
That
Prez
says Tomcat.
TK with the
Oh
yeah, the Prez TK with the little husky on it.
Yeah, I saw that on Reddit. I thought it was fake. I was like, no,
No, that's
in their
actually
right mind would
that's
drive that.
actually nope. That's actually his license plate. on
Damn.
his Tesla.
Tomcat is flexing.
Yeah, he really is. He's flexing with that custom Yukon license plate.
License plate.
Yeah.
What do you
can
think the
actually
odds
get that
are?
living in Connecticut? Like, you can actually get that.
Yeah, I've
as a
seen that
vanity
around in my
plate.
town. Yeah, it's like it's either like the white and red one or the blue white and red ones.
Mhm.
Have
Which
you
is
guys
really
ever
nice.
seen the
I like 'em.
scooter around campus with the Yukon license plate? Like it's not like a Yukon branded license plate. It's like the letters are Yukon, and
Are
it's
you
like
serious?
Oh yeah,
it's
I've
like a
seen that
tiny
before.
motorcycle. It stays
I love
like
that.
when I lived in Garrigus, it was always outside. It was really just like the Yukon motorbike, and I was like, this is just some random guy like has this license plate.
That's-
He's
very
really
funny.
patriot
That's
for
pretty
the
sweet.
Huskies.
Yeah. Hey, let the man be. I guess, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
I mean, it's his money. He can spend it on whatever he wants. If he wants to spend it on decals
Exactly.
for his bike, he can spend it on decals for his bike.
Exactly.
It's just so surprising that nobody took that license plate. You know what
Well,
I mean?
I think
That's
I think
federal crime, dude.
I don't know.
Like,
Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think motorcycles have different
different
have,
size
like,
license
different-
plates.
well, no, not even that, but I think they have like you can have
Oh, the different lettering and like
than
Yeah.
cars. So I think you can have like the same license plate on your motorcycle and your car. Like
Yeah.
if
Oh,
you
really?
I don't know. I could be totally wrong and just spewing straight bullshit, but like I genuinely don't know. But that sounds like something that would be true, right?
It sounded like it'd be
That
true, but knowing from
There's
watching live
separate
TV,
databases. Yeah.
it's like they'll check the plates, and a plate is registered per vehicle. So I think you have
Right.
one set of plates per vehicle. Because people get in trouble a lot for pulling plates
That's
off
true.
vehicles and not having like their little paper you're supposed to print out.
Yeah. That is true. Huh.
Yeah. Other than that, you put out a single this past
I did.
month.
I
did
did last.
what?
Yeah, Peter, you haven't heard it. I'm kind of upset.
You never heard "Hey
I'm
Siri"?
Yeah, you haven't heard "Hey Siri." My HomePod's about to go off in the background.
You came up with a single, bro?
shut up. Yeah, I did. Yeah, no, I have a single. I'm actually coming out with another one fairly soon. It's called Iconic. It's pretty great. I'm gonna toot my own horn here. I like it. It's pretty good. I've heard good feedback from people. So
Yeah, I liked the Hey Siri. It was pretty good. I liked it. I
It's a
listened
good
on
little
That's
bit.
why this
Spotify. Yeah.
motherfucker's been wanting to get on the podcast. He's like, yo, I got a single
Yo,
out
I
right now.
gotta
I gotta promote
fucking
that shit.
I gotta
I gotta
plug.
promote that shit to like the
Yeah.
8 to 10 viewers that watch our podcast.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
yo,
our
No, not
hard
even.
our hard
Switch
8
it
to
up.
10 viewers go hard. I'll say that.
Yeah,
though.
they do. They
They
go
go
hard.
hard by watching 5 minutes. Trust
Yeah.
me, I see the analytics.
You-
The rest of this is just for us. We can say whatever we want after
Yeah.
5 minutes, pretty much.
For our 10 viewers, they suck.
Yeah. oh God.
Yo,
Yeah.
we
It's
can
fine.
true
We can go
engagement.
past the 20. Don't worry about it. We're good.
Yeah, true engagement here. Andy's right. But yeah, no, I released it. Was it on the 8th? So that was the last day of finals week. It's doing all right. I mean, like it's on all of the platforms. When I say all of them, I mean like even the ones no one's heard of.
Even on Mixer.
Is it on Tidal?
Yeah, it is on Tidal. It's on everything.
Wait, really?
It's on
That's
Periscope
no,
too. Damn.
Yeah, it's on literally everything. You could find it on TikTok too. It's in the TikTok library.
Yo, the Chinese got that shit on lockdown. Man.
Yeah, right. Yo, I have plays. People play it in Taiwan. I'm not even kidding. Like I like look it up by country. Taiwan, Romania, Australia. I've got like a few plays from each of those places.
Really? Really? Like
yeah, on
Romania, all the way
Spotify.
out there in
Yeah,
the middle.
I know, right?
Like mid-European. Christ.
Yep.
International sensation over here.
Hell yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
We are
like,
the presence of a celebrity.
yeah, I'm like Pitbull, I'm Mr. International. But yeah, no, it's been nice. Music's something I've always been interested in, so it's pretty cool to actually do something with it. But it's fun. But no, Peter, that is not why I wanted to come on. Just to address that statement because I did hear it. No, it's not why I wanted to come on. I'm nearing the end of my tenure as president of UCGC, so I wanted to have a last hurrah, I guess.
Friday
Especially
with the
because
boys.
yeah, exactly. Especially because Husky games in Winter Prowl were canceled this year because of a blizzard for Winter Prowl and then COVID for Husky games. It's been a sad year.
2020 is a
Been rough.
shit year so far. We're almost halfway through the year, and like we're just
please.
Yo,
I'd like to skip this cutscene, please.
This
Yeah.
semester flew by like so fast.
Oh my God, it was
because of the
Oh, yeah.
COVID-19 stuff. Like I got a job, and then like classes were like I completely forgot about classes, but I was like still doing like projects and stuff for the classes.
yeah.
Like everything just felt so much faster than it typically would.
Honestly,
if I was at UConn.
Honestly, when I got the email that I
We
hope
weren't
none of my
going back.
that we weren't going back, and I really hope none of my professors somehow find this and hear me saying this. I didn't do any work up until finals week. I'm not even kidding. I did no work. I got all of the homework that I had to turn in. I turned in the last day of finals week.
Yeah. That's understandable.
It was bad. But how did the grades turn out for you guys?
I got straight A's, dude, surprisingly.
Oh, you got a 4.0. Congratulations, Davis. Woo!
Very
Nice.
good,
Wow,
Davis.
dude, I'm so fucking smart. If my hand wasn't like sliced open, I would clap for you.
Yeah, don't clap. Wait, okay.
Like it's not, so I'm clapping my elbow.
Yep.
Not to deviate though, like what kind of yard work were you doing to slice your hand open?
Yeah, I'm really interested in
Something
this
with a
story.
tree, weren't you?
Yeah, I'm so we were my just throughout the week, my dad and my brother and I have been like working around the house, like chopping down some trees and cleaning out shrubs and just kind of like opening up more space in our yard just so we could have just a little more space. I don't really know why, but just a little more space. And I like previously I was like working with a chainsaw and like hedge cutters and everything and like no problem, but something on what was it? Monday, whatever. No, Tuesday. I don't fucking remember when I got this injury. Whenever I got this injury, I think it was Tuesday. Just like I was just going around like
it was the 12th. It was the 12th, which was Monday. 3 days ago? No, Tuesday.
No, that's
anyway, doesn't matter.
Tuesday.
Doesn't matter. Continue.
So like I was just cleaning some of. My dad was like, "Okay, today you'll just chop some, like trim the bushes, like make sure all that stuff is all set up and nice. And like I've been doing it every day for the past like week, so I was like, yeah, fuck it, whatever. Okay, seems easy enough. And I was kind of just before I cut my hand, I was just playing with it to like see if there was like any optimal way of like
Wait,
doing
hold
it.
on.
Wait. Were you running your hand up and down the blade?
No, so like at the handle,
This
there's
is like the
so real
adult
quick.
version of don't run with the scissors. Don't play with the chainsaw.
Yeah.
So
Wait,
I-
is it a hedge? It's an electric hedge clipper or is it a chainsaw?
It was a chainsaw.
Okay.
And I was playing with with it. There's like two mechanisms. It's an electric chainsaw, and with two mechanisms, there was a top part that you push down, which allows you to press the trigger underneath the handle,
Yeah.
which turns on the chainsaw.
Which is the
And if you
safety.
let go, yeah,
This
if
podcast
you
just
let
got
go of,
demonetized because you said trigger. Continue.
trust me, we've been saying COVID like 20 times. We've already been demonetized.
Yeah, well,
We're gonna get that ban from Twitch.
Yeah, we're gonna get banned from Twitch.
Mods are lurking somewhere.
Like playing with the trigger up top, the safety, like if it would stay like it doesn't typically once you remove your finger, it like flings back up and like turns off the saw.
Yes, as it
But
should.
it's pretty old. I've had that saw since I was like 5 years old, so about 15 years.
Wait, you had a
And,
chainsaw when you were 5?
He had a sweet
well,
ass
yeah, my
childhood.
parents had we've
Yeah,
had
wait,
these- had
you
these
didn't?
tools for a while.
Oh no, I thought like you personally owned your own chainsaw.
Yeah, no, he's going around
Cheers,
ripping
Sonny, you
into
are finally
trees,
old
felling
enough
trees
to
here
use
and
this.
there on his own as a 5-year-old Andy.
Oh man, I've always wanted to. Like the thing is, like as a kid, I've always wanted to like chop down trees and like do stuff like that because I always thought that was like so cool.
You want to be
Like, we
a
had
Paul
hatchets
Bunyan?
in my house. We've had chainsaws, we've had axes. But like I had to play, like as a kid, I like play around with the little hatchet because I was a fucking moron and played
Right.
with metal and played
Played
with
with knives,
sharp
yeah.
objects for way too long. But like I was playing with the chainsaw, like just kind of like seeing if there's like any optimal way to like kind of use it, and I noticed that the safety would get stuck. So like if I let go with my thumb, it would stay jammed and I can still press the trigger and the chain will still go.
Mm.
So as I was cleaning some of the bushes, I tried to like grab a bush. So I let go of everything, but the chainsaw was still on and it clipped
Okay.
my hand.
No. Oh my god, I can't even imagine that.
Yeah,
Oh.
thank-
How many?
like,
Okay,
it
how many
was-
stitches? How many stitches?
I have 5 stitches.
Okay.
And like right now my hand's wrapped in gauze and
Yeah.
and other things and like
Oh,
it
God.
You're a
looks
mummy.
nasty. It looks nasty. Oh, it was all covered by insurance, so like no money at all.
Oh, well, that's good.
No, I said you're a mummy, not you. The
I'm a
money.
mummy. You said your money, bro.
Your money, dude.
Good luck with that shit. No, yeah, but like thankfully, like everything was covered by insurance. Thankfully, like no like actual like important other than like my skin, like nothing like no limbs were taken off, no internal injuries, nothing like that.
No giant chunk of hand missing.
No, like just like it's like think of like if you were like biting your nails or something and like you kind of like chew a little bit of that like nail.
Oh, that hangnail.
skin
Yeah,
up
yeah,
top.
yeah.
And like it kind of was like that and it like but like a little deeper than usual than you would prefer. And yeah, so like I can't move my hand really. It's in this so like occasionally my pointer, it's like right in between my pointer finger and my thumb. It's like in that fatty like
Oh,
little
that
meaty
webbing.
area.
Yeah.
Yeah, that webbing area. So like thankfully like nothing important's there except for just the webbing. So like it cut that. So really I can't use my pointer finger or my thumb. So I can't really grab a lot of stuff with this hand. I can't do much with this hand. It's just kind of there. So like because I don't do anything with it, it occasionally like like you get the naily like the pricker feeling in your hand for losing all
Pins and
the
needles. Yeah.
losing all your circulation in your hand because of all the wrapping and just like the lack of movement from everything. And
Yeah.
both of the fingers are swollen because of the impact. So I've been using ice and everything's good. My boss gave me a week off. I'm getting the stitches off on Tuesday next week.
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
So,
that's
like,
nice.
Do you have to go to the
like,
hospital to get
everything's
the
good.
stitches off?
No, I have to just go to my primary care doctor. So like
Ah.
nothing.
Oh,
Like,
okay,
really-
so no risk of getting COVID then.
I mean, I was at the hospital. I
Oh.
was
You
in-
you were
I was in
definitely
the
at
emergency
the ER
room.
though. Yeah.
Yeah, I was in the emergency room.
All right, well,
It's
that's
been
How did it feel to be in a hospital right now? Like,
Yeah.
what did the atmosphere
very
Yeah.
feel like?
curious.
like the area I was in. It must have been like a very slow day. Like like I truly, but like going there, it seemed like the rates of everything were dropping because like nobody was like really going, like it wasn't like what you would imagine, like you've been seeing in some of the videos where like doctors are freaking out and
Yeah.
like patients are like all over the place and just like all the hectic. I think as of right now we're past that, at least in my town. I live in
Okay.
Danbury, so it's definitely one of the areas in Fairfield County that's probably getting the most hit because
Yeah.
we're a
You're
city
border.
compared to all the other towns
Also,
in Fairfield.
Danbury is also very compact, right? Everything's
Yeah.
super close together.
Yeah, like it's a large town, like it's a large city. But
Yeah.
like, because I've like if obviously wherever you live, you kind of know where everything is. But like at a very young age, I understood where everything was because everything's so tightly near each other.
Right.
And like the hospital vibe, like the doctors were definitely just like obviously they were super kind and super nice, like just to help me out. And I obviously was like, I'm so sorry, I'm wasting your guys' time with my stupid fucking hand. Like I'm such a moron. And they're like, no, no, no. But like most of them were like, they are genuinely like concerned, like with it was mostly the doctors that were upset with the idea that a lot of people want to end quarantine.
Yeah.
And I don't want to make any political statements. I'm just saying what the doctors were saying. Like one doctor was like, yeah, man, like I think it's crazy that like this place is going to become hell if we open up quarantine, if
Yeah.
we remove quarantine. And like just as somebody personally, I think like we try to do our best to end this stuff as best as possible, but like I don't understand the economic impact of all this shit other than in like video game terms. Like,
Oh my
just
god.
the other day,
Okay,
I
so
was reading.
Okay, yeah, so basically all events, all services are out of jobs. So basically either furloughed or unemployed. So
nah, so
basically,
all right, here's a better way to explain it, right? So imagine you're playing Pokemon, right? And you're going to face the Elite Four, but all of the Elite Four were sent home, right? And then the Pokemon League went bankrupt, and then all of the gyms closed, and then Pokemon centers closed, and then Pokemarts closed, everything like that. That's what's happening.
yeah, it's a domino effect basically.
Yeah.
No, but like I've been reading it like so the other day I was reading a quote from Phil Spencer, the Xbox lead guy.
Phil Spencer.
He
He's
was
like,
saying like right now we're not gonna in the gaming industry we're not gonna feel shit.
yeah, of course
In
not.
2020, we're not going to be feeling anything. Games that are going to be released for this year will be released this year, if not a bit delayed. So like we've been seeing that The Last of Us goes to Tsushima. What was it? Final Fantasy VII was a bit delayed. Other game, like a lot of games are going to announce delays and stuff sooner or later. And Phil Spencer said in 2021 is where we're really going to see the impact of COVID-19, as in like games that were supposed to come out in 2021 are probably not going to come out. We're
Because
going
they've
to
been
have
put
a
on hold
very
because no one's
sparse
working
year.
on them.
Yeah, because this whole year is he feels like he was like saying if we continue quarantine and we don't allow workers to come into work, there's a good chance that there's going to be not only more delays but even worse, a lot more cancellations of video games in 2021. So he's believing that like we're going to have one of the driest years of gaming since like the 80s because of the fact that this whole year, which could have been used to help develop the game, will need to be used in 2021 to finish up anything else. And that kind of like had me questioning so many other things, like movies that could have spent this whole year
Mhm.
like doing like making stuff, new technology that could have like right now I love looking up like phone tech. I love understanding all that technology for phones. And like there's a good chance we're not going to see really any good innovation in phones because of COVID-19, because this whole year was just fucked. And I'm probably spouting the obvious, but like still, like to me, like that just it freaks me out because like we're
Yeah.
gonna be pretty much this year will feel like it what like
I'm a
even just the
consumer and I
basic
need to
needs.
consume.
Just like anything. Yeah, like like I need my new shows. Like personally, like I love watching shows, I love doing things. But like personally, this whole year so far has been like a major waste to me.
Yeah.
Like in terms of money and in terms of time and in terms of just like
Doing
anything. Yeah, like because like especially now that like I can't go to work, because at least work was filling up like that like
That time
get up
site.
for nine
Yeah.
o'clock, get up for 9 o'clock, go home at around 2:30, then do some homework. Now that like this whole week classes are over and my boss gave me a week off, like I'm waking up every day and I'm just like, what do I do today?
Go back to sleep.
Like fuck me. Like I don't like even like I don't want to. Like I get up around like 8 o'clock every day and
You want to do something.
I just sit downstairs in my room and I'm just like, okay, I guess I'll binge watch shows that I was supposed to watch, or I wish I could say I play video games, but my fucking hands
Hand.
busted.
Yeah.
So I can't play any video games.
Oh, you gotta buy that accessibility controller that makes.
Yeah, you got one of the accessibility Xbox controller with the
Can we just,
large ass
like,
buttons.
can we-
Hit them.
Can we just sit here for a second and just appreciate that controller?
Yeah.
Like
Honestly.
there are so many. I've been taking a media literacy class during our past semester.
Oh wait, did you take 2310W?
Yeah,
Oh, I love that class.
it was so easy.
Who'd you have?
I had this lady named Amanda Coletti.
I think my
I've
friend
been in her
took that class.
I've had her as like a professor, as a TA, as a teacher for 3 semesters in a row now. So like we
Damn.
both know each other very well. We would always like talk before, after, during, like all the time.
Yeah.
So I felt very comfortable talking with her about my ideas. I wrote a research paper on The Last of Us and The Witcher 3,
Nice.
and I'm right now working with her to get it published
Mm.
Oh, damn.
officially. Because I'm very proud of it, and she also thought it was one of the best papers she's read so far. And so yeah, but like in that class there was a section where like they talked about like what was it? Like minority groups or groups, underrepresented groups and stuff, and they didn't talk about like mental health and like disabilities and all that stuff, like that kind of group of people.
Mm.
And I was like, and this is right off of the heels of me playing Hellblade Senua Sacrifice, which is like one of the best games I've played ever. It's so
Yeah.
fucking good if anyone hasn't played it here. And it's about a woman who
Is it
just
a
like
PlayStation exclusive?
no, it's an Xbox exclusive actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it on Game Pass?
Yes, it's on Game
Oh.
Pass.
Fucking phenomenal. All right, hold on, wait. What's the name of that? I'm gonna.
Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. It's so good. The combat's good. It's not
Oh,
Dark
this
Souls-y.
game? Oh,
Yeah.
this game. Oh, I saw that. I
Like-
just looked it up. I see the cover for it.
Yeah, like that game is like a game you need to play with headphones by yourself and like spend like 5 hours playing. It's a very short game, but like fuck me, did it have an impact on my like it? I genuinely felt something for what like
That's-
playing a video game.
I haven't played one of those games in a while.
Like the only other game I felt somewhat like
Last
that was
of Us?
Death Stranding.
Oh,
Death
no,
Stranding
okay.
was one of those games where I was just like so
Damn.
like I was so profoundly changed by the experience. It's
Yeah.
I kind of think
Um,
that a lot of times you really see the more of like the sort of minorities in race rather than like mental illness, because like it's more common to have someone of a certain race have something else in common with someone of the same race, rather than like, because every mental illness is going to be different in some degree, and you have to
Very
and
true.
like if like it's fine to like, have it in there. It's just like you need to represent it properly, which I think they do inside Hellblade.
yeah,
Right.
and that's why like and like going back to the controller, like I feel like Xbox like did such an amazing job making that controller. Like I've always wanted to talk about this controller to people because it's just such a fucking cool idea. Like even though the
Great.
commercial for that controller is cheesy and corny as shit,
It
where, like,
still
this
gets
kid-
the point
Yeah,
across.
it's just
Yeah,
it's point
and
across like
it's
this is for
so
people who
fucking
want to play games but
accurate.
can't.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's so accurate to what like what would definitely happen. Like honestly, if I had a friend who like couldn't really play video games a lot with me,
Get it for his birthday or something like that.
I would be so happy if he had one, and I'd be one of the first people like watch him play a video game and be like, dude, that was fucking awesome, right? And like, yeah, just like I love that controller so much. It's so cool. It's so awesome. But rather than just talking about random fucking subjects
Yeah,
and
let's
Yeah.
actually get on task. With
there really
topic
is
here,
there
right?
really is other than the Minecraft conversation that I really wanted to talk about with Andy. I also wanted to like see just because we've been in this pandemic, we've been by ourselves. What are some games that you guys have been playing that you've been enjoying that you might recommend that you might not others that you might not so recommend? Like, what are some games you might want to have gone? Let's go with Davis first. Davis, what are some games you've been playing?
I've been playing through Xenoblade 2 again, getting ready for the remake of the first game. Overall, it's like if you don't like the Final Fantasy like auto attack system, then you're not gonna like these games because that's what basically they are. They're like these auto things where it's like you don't have to like do much. You just have to press buttons and do button commands, but like you don't have to necessarily do a lot with like turn. It's not turn based. It's what's that Final Fantasy game? It was a 10. No, it wasn't 10. It was like 9 that had like the weird auto battle sim.
I
Where it's
think I
like
know
they
you're
were
talking about. Like, there was a remake for it, like maybe a couple, 2, 3
Yeah, it
years
was either
back.
9 or 11 that like
I
had the
think it might have been
weird.
11.
I think
Might have
yeah,
been
it probably
11.
was 11. It had that weird aspect and gimmick of like being auto attack, which is fine. You do a certain amount of damage after a certain amount of hits. That's fine. That's what I like about the Xenoblade because like you see progression of like damage and stuff. The hard part is just like the voice acting in general for me. It's just like they're all British, which is like I had problems originally with Dragon Quest 11 and like that series with the voice acting because like they're all like, oh, it's very posh when they speak and like it's like
What do
okay,
you
and
mean? So are you saying? Sorry, are you saying that you have an issue with people who speak
All right,
with
so he
English
just got
accent?
muted.
but like
Yeah,
it's just like
talking
very
about
it's
YouTube.
very like
This is
stereotypical. It's not like
terrible.
it's very typical of how people would speak. It's not like
Oh yeah.
how like actual I don't think actually British people would speak. Like they have this the stereotype of like the Welsh person, the Scottish person, and like the over like English stereotypes. It's just weird to hear it inside of like a headphone setting. But like I've been streaming that game, and then I just been playing my gotcha games and like daily stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Animal Crossing is pretty much in my routine of okay, wake up, turn up prices, not what I want, go back to sleep.
Go back to bed.
Yeah, wake up past 12 again. Turn up prices are higher. Okay, this is probably the highest you're gonna get, and sell them off. I do use like the Nook turn up whatever the turn up profit, which I think is one of the best ideas ever because it runs an algorithm where you plug in your turnip prices and then it'll calculate what best day to sell it on.
Oh wait, really? That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
That's
I think it's like nook.net/turnip calculator was the one
Has
that I
it been
use.
accurate for you?
It's been
Have you
very
using it?
accurate, yeah. Because like today or this week, my turnip's been like fluctuating, and then it takes like the first 4 to 6 data points, and then it calculates the ranges. So like you have a maximum, you have the minimums, but like a lot of times they'll be somewhat near the maximums most of the time, which is fairly accurate. Which is really nice. So I don't have to do a lot of like, okay, I just come back on these days to check and see, and then it's done. Because
Alright,
turnips is a
cool.
fucking chore. I swear to God.
Nah, me and my friends, my friend had like 512 as his turnip prices
Yeah, and you
for
just
like
all went
sell.
offloaded.
For sell. So he said, well, we all kind of missed it, and they all said, well, Pete, you're Mr. Cozy over there who doesn't give a shit about time traveling, and I'm like, yep, I do not care. So he's like, okay, go to fucking Sunday and start buy us a bunch of turnips, and then yeah, we pretty much robbed. We robbed.
You
We
robbed
did the
the
ultimate
Nook's
heist.
cranny.
We did the ultimate fucking heist. We sat
Yeah.
there for 3 hours making about 10 million each.
So, you know, you guys are saying these words, and I'm just like, So as somebody who's never played an Animal Crossing game, you guys are saying these words, and I'm just like, I don't understand the point of gameplay for this.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
So,
Well,
Animal-
Devin,
maybe
You
maybe
can
maybe
you
I
can watch
need
a
to get
review on our
cultured.
YouTube
Maybe-
channel.
yeah, you can maybe
Huh.
either watch our
Maybe I
review,
should do that.
or you could tell us what are some of the games you've been playing
Oh,
that
God.
we might have heard of or know, so that you could feel included in the conversation.
No, that's fine. I don't need to be included. It's all right.
All right, fuck you, Andy. What have you? been
Yeah,
playing?
Andy.
I'll
What'd you
jump in.
play?
I'll jump in after Andy. Andy, you go ahead. I'll be the disappointing person who.
Yeah, okay.
part of this conversation.
So I've been playing Minecraft.
Okay.
Oh no, you
No.
haven't.
No.
Really?
Um,
Who would have guessed that?
so I haven't played this recently, but I would really recommend Factorio.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
One of the craziest games I've ever played. Like, it's just sucked hours from my life. There's actually in high school I did this bus trip to St. Louis. It was like 18 hours, I think, just on a bus. And me and my friends brought a like a switch, like a network switch.
Oh,
And we
you
played
did LAN.
Factorio for almost 15 hours straight and beat
My
the game in
God.
one sitting
That's
You
awesome.
Nice.
on a coach
Score
bus.
Steam.
Nuts.
It is ridiculous, but it's one of those games where like you're just join and you're like immediately identify something to do, and then it takes you like 5 hours to do it.
Yeah.
That's.
I feel like that's the same with Minecraft. You have like achievements to guide you along the way, but like you should know the general like kind of aspects of like what you're getting into.
It's like
So-
Minecraft if you got really
Heck no.
lazy, like you didn't want to do any of the actual mining or crafting.
Yeah, so you
wanted-
automated it. So basically, it's like modded Minecraft where you automate everything.
Pretty much, like it's a like you start out getting raw materials, then you figure out how to make the raw materials like automatically. Then you build more machines that get raw materials and convert them into things. And eventually, like, there's also this side plot where you're also trying to like kill all the aliens like on the planet that you landed at. So like, not only are you trying to automate things, but you also have to avoid the aliens like trying to destroy your base. And it's really
So-
kind of neat because it's also like
It's
it's
capitalism.
like an aliens. It's like a comparison to global warming because when you first start, right, the entire world is like perfectly pristine. There's trees everywhere and water, and then the more automation you add, the more polluted it gets. The uglier things start looking. Like the angrier the aliens get, and the more they try to kill you because you're like destroying their planet. But you don't care because you have lots of guns.
Yeah.
So it's like Minecraft on crack.
It's
yeah,
capital.
that's
It's
how-
basically capitalism. The game.
Yeah, it's capitalism Minecraft. Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. That sounds like fun.
It
Yo,
is
it seems like a
ridiculous.
very good RTS, bro.
Yeah.
I'll check it out because I just looked it up. It's got a 10 out of 10 on.
Yeah, it's
on
one of
Steam.
the best
Are you
games. on
serious?
It's like
Steam,
one.
I'd
Yeah.
say.
No, it is like the highest rated game like ever, even on all review sites.
Wow. Huh. That's impressive. What's its
Yeah.
Metacritic score?
I'll look it up right now.
Yeah. Google
I'm
it.
very curious.
Metacritic.
Because
Well, he does that.
Metacritic is like a very
I will
Meta.
also add,
Interesting.
Factorio will never go on sale. Like the devs have been very honest about it. They will always keep it at the price it's at right now.
Which
So there's
is
no
I
like,
don't blame
there's no
them.
point in waiting. Like it'll just always be the same price.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because like the reason behind sales is kind of to clear out inventory, like and for practical stores, like in-person stores, is sales are to clear out inventory. But for like digital stuff, it gets to the point where like if it goes on sale, people aren't going to pick it up once it comes off that sale.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So apparently, Factorio is technically in early access.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
So there is no Metacritic score.
Really?
Really?
Okay.
So yeah, you can really only gauge it off of the
Steam rating.
60,000 reviews people have it on Steam.
It's not
So
bad. I mean, that's
yeah,
a that's
that's
a
fucking
scientific
good, dude.
survey
Yeah,
area.
that's pretty damn interesting.
I
Huh.
would say like it's an early access on name only. It's not actually unstable or anything like that. Like in my hours of playing, I've never found an actual bug,
wow.
and it works perfectly fine on my Mac, which is good feat for any type of video game if it
Yeah.
works on a Mac at all. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a very fun game. I would warn you, like, it's a very dangerous game. So, like, don't play Factorio if you have any responsibilities in your life.
Oh,
I
it's
thought
one
you
of
were-
those
why I
soul
left.
sucking games. Okay.
Okay, so it's one of those where it just sucks you in, and then you just
It's
never want to
it's
stop.
it's like
playing.
it's like WoW.
I'm gonna
You will
stay away.
literally spend like days of your life on this. Like, you will go to bed and dream of doing things in your factory
Oh,
that you haven't
God.
done yet.
This is like me when I was growing up playing RuneScape. I would just spend like days on end, just like wake up, play RuneScape, go to bed, wake up, play RuneScape, go to bed,
Yeah.
repeat.
I think
I had this dream where I dreamt of like optimizing some portion of my factory. I thought it was like this really clever like hack that I came up with. And so I had a dream where like I did everything right and my factory was going really well. And then I woke up and I realized I didn't actually do it, and then I forgot what my dream was about.
Oh,
No.
that's
Like,
the
I forgot.
worst.
So
Oh,
like I just like opened Factorio and I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, I know what it should look like, but I don't know how to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Ugh.
Devin, what have you been playing?
Oh God. So, all right. I want no judgment here at all, especially because I'm gonna be a hypocrite with the words that are about to come out of my mouth. I've been playing a lot of Fortnite.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of
Yes.
Fortnite. I bought the battle pass and I maxed out. I didn't max out my level, but I got to the end and got all the rewards and everything.
Yeah.
I've actually been playing a lot of Fortnite with my younger brother.
That's good.
Yeah, which is great. It's been really great. I've also been playing a lot of Mortal Kombat, GTA 5, stuff like that. It's been great. But honestly, I'm kind of a hypocrite for saying I've been playing Fortnite and enjoying it because I always hated on Fortnite for the longest time.
Yeah.
What is there to hate about that game?
All right.
I think it's
so-
just like it's
No, there
okay.
isn't,
First of all,
but,
it's the
I fell into the stigma, and it's just like, ew, gross, Fortnite.
I feel like when Fortnite first came out, you thought it was for little kids. That's the thing. Because of the cartoony art style and everything like that. But once you start playing it, it's a very well endowed
like, oh,
concept of
shit.
battle royale.
It's addicting too. Honestly, it's bad. But it's really addicting. But it's fun. I've been having a good time playing it. A good time playing it. Especially with my brothers and stuff like that. We can't go and see each other or anything. So
Yeah.
just been playing Fortnite together. That's been fun. I don't know. I beat Pokemon finally.
Oh, you did?
Sword and Shield?
Yeah, finally.
Yo,
that's-
so
Get
was
ready.
it a major disappointment to you too?
What'd you say?
Was it also a major disappointment?
Oh yeah, big time. Yep.
Honestly,
very-
Pokemon never
I was
does
very
anything
sad.
with post-game.
I'm not even kidding. I'm not exaggerating when I said this, because when I say this, I bought my Switch for Pokemon. I sold my Switch.
You got rid of your Switch.
You got rid of
fun,
Switch. You got rid of Mario Kart.
because of Pokemon. Yeah.
Why?
Why? I don't think that's
That-
enough to
no,
sell
no,
your
no,
Switch.
No. I bought the Switch for one reason only. Everything else was side. I bought my Switch for Pokemon, and I was let down, so I said no.
But DLC, bro.
Don't care.
Expansion pass. New
No, I can
Reggies.
understand if you-
New
I can
birds.
understand-
I was that disappointed.
I can understand if you were disappointed with Pokemon, but the Switch is one of the best things to happen in gaming. in forever.
I don't get me wrong. I love my Switch. I thought it was great. But I was that
Yeah.
disappointed, and I was like, no, I'll revisit it when I cool down.
Yeah, good luck revisiting it with the
Yeah, I know,
shortage again,
yeah, I
bro.
know,
That
yeah.
was the biggest.
Yeah.
That was the dumbest move you could have ever done. You're never.
Or
getting
the
a-
smartest. You can upsell that for
I
if
know,
it's
I
well
could,
conditioned,
but
it's you can upsell.
Honestly, I was like, fuck it, whatever.
I would say just give it to your brother at that point and be like, here, have it for
well,
now.
Too late. What else have I been playing? I wiped my Skyrim playthrough off my Xbox.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pick that back up again. I'm also without a PC right now, so I'm a
Eee.
console scrub. Yeah, I know.
Yo, nothing wrong with consoles, bro.
Nothing. I
wrong with
love having a
consoles, bro.
controller, honestly, especially because I was living in the upstairs of my grandfather's house. Now I'm in the basement. I've got a couch in my room.
Nice.
like right at the foot of my bed. It's honestly really great because I got like a new TV stand and everything. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, for
That I
your
can just like
curved
really.
4K TV.
Oh yeah, my 1 of 2. Yeah, I just
Yeah.
like get out of bed and I just go downstairs. I just like get out of bed and I like just chill at the end of my couch and just play
Skyrim all day.
play video games. Yeah, play Skyrim or whatever. I haven't started the new playthrough yet. But I'm going to. I'm going to be doing that this weekend. And I highly recommend that. That's my recommended game. For anyone. Skyrim's always something in my mind that you can always just like leave and come back to. Regardless of how many times you played it, because I don't know. I've always I have had, let's see, I think I had like max like 1,200 hours on my Skyrim playthrough.
Yeah.
And every time I picked it up, I would still find something new.
That game is large, like just map
it's
wise.
huge. But it's great. And I think if you haven't played Skyrim before, which it's been released 4 times, so what are you doing if you haven't?
You can play it on your Alexa, for crying out loud.
Yeah, you can. On your Samsung smart fridge too. Anyway,
Yeah.
What was I saying? Yeah, if you haven't played it, I think quarantine is like literally the perfect time to play it because like what else are you doing?
Yeah. Like honestly, this is probably the best time to actually pick up your watch list for like movies and like TV shows.
Oh, big
This is the best
Yep.
time to get stuff done. If you have work, just put it on your phone, then plug one headphone in, and then work. That's just what I recommend. But like, this is the time
That's
to
what
get
I've been
through it.
doing. Honestly, like I've been like aside from video games and movies and stuff, I've been the most productive I have ever been. Like since this semester has ended, I think I did more work in this past week than I did throughout the entire semester, just like on personal projects and stuff like that. Like I think I am now sitting on like during the semester, like I was sitting on like 1 recorded song. I think I'm sitting on like 4 or 5 right now.
Yeah. I was actually like having a chat with people in all chat the other day about like we're probably not going to go back in the fall,
which is going to kill me. I'm literally dying. Not to be that guy, but like I loved going to the bar on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Yeah.
And
You fucking Chad.
Yeah, I know I'm a Chad. I literally I blacked out on a Monday night. I'm not even kidding. Because I missed I set up music and like turned on my smart lights to like play music and stuff like that, and I was just kind of vibing.
You were vibing.
I was vibing. I was having a great time on a Monday night. It's not like I had to wake up and go anywhere. So
yeah, and also like the thing I was gonna say was like
it was a real Chad.
Yeah, you are the Chad. You are the gamer Chad. The thing I was saying,
Chad of UCGC, bro.
Yep,
we have a Chad of UCGC though. We have 2 Chads now. Fantastic.
Yeah, Justin too. Justin's my replacement Chad. So
yeah, but like
anyway, go on, Davis.
Yeah, so I had the conversation in all chat the other day where I was saying I've been more productive at home rather than at school because like at school I'm just going between classes. I don't have time to sit down and actually do work. But when I actually sit down for the final like couple of weeks of classes, I was pumping out papers like no one's business. Like it was just insane amount of the amount of work I could do at home rather than going and sitting inside a physical classroom to do this, which I think is like eye popping to see. Like, hey, some people just work better at home than they do inside a work setting, which is like it's true because they've done studies on this. Like people are more productive when they're at home, inside their own home.
So when it comes to schoolwork, I can't do any work at home. Like I need to be like in the library studying to get work done. Like I cannot be home and do work. I have tried every single room in my house trying to get work done and it just doesn't work. Like I need to be like in the library or like in an academic setting. Like distance learning just like doesn't work for me. So it's gonna be interesting.
That's fair.
In the fall.
And that's why other people's like I understand why people are taking gap years now because if you're either need someone who needs labs or like art that needs to be physical, then you should take a gap year because it's not worth it if we're going to be online to do it and the bio materials there. Like you should definitely just say, hey, take the gap year. People are going to understand and just take it. The fun thing that just rubs me the wrong way is all the schools would be like, no, don't take the gap year because the gap year is going to throw off when people look at your transcript or businesses like, oh, why'd you take this gap year?
That's just not.
It's not true. Like they're going to understand. Like, oh yeah, this was during a pandemic. We understand why you took that gap year.
Yeah, like. Ugh.
I mean, I actually just took a gap semester like last semester. I didn't really care. Like before the whole pandemic thing.
Yeah.
I think it's looked down upon unfairly, I'd say. I think everyone
I
needs
would
like
say so.
time to
Yeah, it has
reset.
that certain stigma of like you're taking a gap year because either A, you're not doing well, or B, you just don't care about school right now.
Mhm.
And like I feel like that's the
Honestly,
stigma that like should be
yeah.
kind of not be associated with that, because gap year is something that was like you need to understand that taking a gap year is for your own personal health.
Mhm.
Can you shut the door?
I
Yeah, but
think
that's
that
just
should
my
be the
tangent on
title
just
of
like
this
schooling in
podcast when it
general.
gets uploaded.
Yeah,
Can you shut the door?
yeah,
Yeah, no, I agree, honestly. It really shouldn't be frowned upon. Like everyone's in different situations and like nobody
yeah.
knows like what home life is like for some students because like students are coming from literally everywhere. Like no
Yeah,
one and I
international kids don't
guarantee you,
have proper internet access to get certain things. Like these
yep.
people don't come from the most well-off families. They can't afford to. They can afford
And
college,
that's
but they
not
can't
even
afford to
just
be doing this from
not
home.
even just that's also like not even just like international students, it's literally everybody. Like you never know.
Yeah, what their
Um
lives are like.
Exactly. And like I think it's really unfair to be judging these people. I think it's actually like bullshit if
Yeah,
someone's judging you. Like you don't have like I think people who are judging other people for like taking gap years and stuff like that. And if people are taking gap years like for their own like mental well being and
or just want to do
academic,
something different when just like work to build up more funds because they need it to go back to college. Like that's understandable.
yeah, I think the people who are judging like don't have like a right at all to
Yeah,
I
judge.
would say honestly, I don't think a lot of people, at least like people who are nice, like judge on this. I would
Oh,
say
it's this
really a lot of the pushback comes from like people who actually like work for the colleges, like
mm-hmm.
administrators and stuff and advisors. Although my advisor was actually really chill about me doing it, so that was really nice. But
Yeah, I talked to my advisor about it. He
I
was like,
think there's a lot of like academic pressure to finish
yeah,
college in 4 years. Like it's if
I'm
you
taking
don't
up
do it, it seemed like something that's frowned upon.
yeah.
And I
yeah.
think that's probably like more financial based than anything else because colleges don't want you to like not pay, which is why everyone's trying so hard to get people to not do gap semesters right now.
Yeah, especially with colleges, because like if no one comes back, then they're out of money basically. Even for
Right.
private schools, and private schools already decided. Some private schools already decided to go back in the fall semester because they know that fact. If they don't get students, they're not going to be able to keep it open.
And
I mean, the
honestly,
way I see it, right, is like if you're doing online classes, then you have to price it against similar offerings, right? So like if you go on
Yeah.
Coursera, you could do like intro chemistry for like $50, right? As
Hmm.
opposed to 4,000. And
Yeah.
normally that's an okay price to pay because you're getting like university level support and you have like physical labs and lectures and access to professors and stuff.
yeah, but you
But
don't
none of
have
that exists now.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the whole
That's all
point
out
of
the
going to
window.
college is to network and meet your professors and get these connections that are helpful, but you can't do any of that. So it is, I would say it's like very unfair to price them the same way because you're missing out on a large part of why you're paying for this in the first place over something like Coursera or
Mhm.
like an
Yeah.
online course.
University Phoenix Online, basically what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And oh, did you see on the subreddit the other day some Rhode Island parent is trying to sue UConn
I did cheaper
for not
tuition.
upholding for the tuition or something like that? I was just like,
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought it was funny.
I
I'm
thought
just
that was
like,
pretty funny.
dude, calm yourself right now. Like
Well, I
this
don't
kid.
know. You can't see now. There are a lot like, it's insane. Like honestly, like I really don't want to be paying the amount of money that I'm paying for tuition. Like I would
Yeah, it's
100
like
my
even
name
on
onto that.
on the tuition we got back, it wasn't a lot.
It's not enough. UConn like they gave me $1,000 refund for and that was part of the CARES Act. That wasn't even like because I don't pay room and board. I live at home. I'm
Yeah.
from stores. Um so like they like part of the CARES Act for college students or something like that. I'm like, oh boy, $1,000, thanks. This is gonna last me a week because I
Yeah.
have to actually pay bills and shit. Like, thanks, this is
It's
great.
like
Cool.
it pays a quarter of rent. Like it's
Yeah,
not
like
enough to
ridiculous.
sustain. Like I
Mhm.
understand the point behind it, but it's just not enough for what it's worth, you know?
Absolutely not. Yeah, it's insane.
I think it's actually interesting you brought up UConn getting sued. So I had a friend who worked for, I think, the Engineering Diversity Center. So
Yeah.
like she would over the summer she would invite high schoolers and stuff to go to UConn and check out like what the School of Engineering does. So
Yeah.
like to motivate people to apply. And so she told me that as part of that, she got to look at like the lawsuits that parents would do against UConn for like various reasons.
Nice.
And she told me that at any point in time, UConn has like over 500 lawsuits going on,
Well,
which is
definitely,
really
yeah.
interesting because it's not like UConn's fault. I think that like it just happens with every organization, but it's so weird because as an individual, you view being sued as like such a big deal in your life. Like it takes out so much time. And then at UConn's level, it's just like thousands going on at the same time. Nobody cares. But it's really
Yeah,
funny.
UConn has their own team of lawyers to deal with everything. They have it handled. That's why you don't hear a lot about it, because the econ lawyers already handled everything, and they're just like nipping the bud.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't
Very true.
didn't someone try to sue cause what was it Econic last year that they got whatchamacallit? They tried to get
Oh yeah.
Sean Kingston. Someone tried to sue whatchamacallit Econ or something.
Yeah, they tried.
Subog?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Subog, because Subog's in charge of it. Yeah, they tried to get Sean Kingston removed because he had sexual assault charges on his like he was charged with sexual assault, and people didn't feel comfortable. Like honestly, like I don't blame them for wanting him removed from the lineup. Like I really don't. I don't know why that wasn't even thought of. Like forethought here. Like, are people going to be unhappy that we invited
I
somebody
think it
with
was
sexual
after the
charges?
invitation that he did it.
No, it wasn't after. This
Was
was
it?
like
It
from
wasn't. It was
no,
before.
it was from years ago. That he was alleged he had allegations put up against him for sexual assault. This was years ago. But I feel like from a PR point of view, like that forethought should have been there. Like,
Yeah.
let's think about our audience that we're catering
Yeah.
to.
It's
They
not like
probably
you're.
should
It's
have
not like
Googled
you're
his
gonna get.
name.
Yeah, it's not like you're gonna have to get 6ix9ine and zoom him from prison or whatever.
6ix9ine's at home now. He just released a new song, and honestly, it's pretty fire. I'm not even gonna lie.
Did he
Say
get
what you
released
will,
from jail?
yeah, he's at home. He's serving out the rest of his sentence at home.
Oh, he's under house arrest basically then.
Yeah, well, so he actually does have like medical issues that would put him at like even higher risk of death from coronavirus. So like honestly, like okay, sure, fine. Personally, I am not Snitch 9. Should have stayed in jail. Personally, I'm not a fan. But of him as a person, but his music's pretty fire, and the new
Do you think they
song.
would set something up in the sense they would have like a sort of like make sure he couldn't make any money off of like being at home?
Nah, they can't do that. He signed a 2-year, $10 million record label after like I think a record deal like while he was in prison.
Fuck, it's bullshit.
Yeah, like
yeah.
no.
While I was in
Yeah,
quarantine, I played Final Fantasy VII. So I guess.
Oh yeah, how was that?
Here, what have you been playing? And what...
Sorry.
No, it's fine. You guys are having fun conversations. I wasn't gonna stop it. Until the 6ix9ine conversation, I had to stop that.
Oh yeah, okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been playing Waifu Simulator 2020.
Actually,
It is so
Dude.
fucking good, Final Fantasy 7. Except for the last, let's see, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
So basically the last
10
half-
hours. The last 10
Okay,
hours.
so that's like chunk of the game.
No, it is not. That is
But-
the last 2 chapters of the 16 chapters.
Jesus.
Fuck.
It took
The
10
game
hours.
is super fucking. The game. So what I like about it,
Have you
the
finished it?
story. Yeah, I beat it.
Okay. How long did it take you?
40 hours to complete.
Just the story?
That's story plus side quests. I try to do everything in the
Jeez.
game.
Dude,
to,
I beat Persona
how long
5
is just the
Royale in
main-
like 60, and the last 2 hours of that were literally just going against the final boss over and over because I kept dying.
Yikes.
So for the most part, so what I liked was the story. Story was good. I enjoyed it. I think it's a very cool, like, different take. I never played the original, but like I really enjoyed the new aspect they were going for, the new things they're going for. Because it's not the same game. They're definitely different. Like just hearing from other Final Fantasy, from our OG Final Fantasy fans, and just like my own, like
I mean, you
reading
can
up
buy the
stuff from the
original like
original Final Fantasy.
on Steam for like
I have
$7,
the
I
ori-
think.
I have the original. I just haven't played it. It's one of those Steam games, you see on sale for like $5 and you gotta buy it, and then you never play it.
Yeah.
And it's really good. It's enjoyable. The characters are lovable. Voice acting I felt was great. I thought everything was so fun. The music, the music is fucking awesome. Like it's so good. It is so fucking good. The music in that game is by far the best music I've heard in a while in a video
Really?
game. It is just
Really?
so there are bangers left and right in that song,
Huh.
in that game, bro. It is awesome. I recommend just listening to the soundtrack if you're vaguely interested in Final Fantasy VII Remake. Um, and the gameplay was also very good. Like, similar to how, so it's definitely like more. It's got a good cross between like turn-based fighting and like
Slashers.
regular beat 'em ups. Um, so like you press the square button for your light attacks, and then depending on what character you are, your triangle attack changes. So like for Cloud, rather than like it being a full-on attack, it's more of a different stance. So he has two stances. One of his he's like really fast, but his attacks are a lot weaker.
Weaker. Then
And
you have the
there's the
hard
other
hitter.
one. Yeah, and then there's the Punisher mode, which is he's slower, but like it does like
More
20
damage.
times the damage. It does it does a lot more damage. And then Tifa, she does like a world. She can like become a fighting game character. You can. I was looking up some stuff about Tifa because personally she's my favorite. And
Jesse stands all
and
the way. Let's go,
there's
boys.
like there are some crazy ass combos you can do with her where you can juggle character enemies in the air just by timing the right moves and the right button press. It's like so fucking
Yeah, well,
sick.
that's what they do a
And
lot for Kingdom Hearts. So like the system from what I saw is a mixture of like Kingdom Hearts, but when you use like spells and commands, you have to stop, and that's what I think kind of felt off.
I mean, not really. It's not, no, I never stopped fighting. Like I would keep pressing the L button. I would keep or the light button, like for light attacks, and like yeah, it'll stop the game. But I was like still like strategizing, and then like there's quick commands too. So like you can keep fighting, and then like do a quick command of like, oh, I want to use Cloud's Bravier move, and like all I have to do is like press left trigger, and then the like square, whatever you assign that to be. Or if you need to use a potion, you press left trigger and then like try square for whatever that like whatever. Like you can set fast shortcuts. You can set shortcuts to mitigate that. And it really even still it does not affect the game. Like stopping in the middle of battle to like do a command does not affect like anything. It was so fluid and it felt so good. But what fucking sucked was having to play 2 chapters for 10 hours, and nothing about it was hard. It was
5 hours per chapter.
pretty fucking much.
It was
Dude.
just
Like,
lengthy. They have a lot of fluff in there. Is
there's
what I'm
like the
seeing.
fluff. Like I was okay with the fluff throughout the entire game. Like the side quests are fluff. There's this one section called Sector 6, which is pretty much fucking fluff until you reach Wall Market. But like there's a point in the game where you're stuck underneath the the enemy's base, and like none of it's in the original game, and it's just like, oh, you want to escape? Well, I'm evil mustache twirling villain where you're stuck in here until I tell you you can leave. And it's like, but why are you doing this to me? I don't need to do this.
Peter. It's cause
It's like so long. Like I don't care about the character, but like it's just like I'm stuck underground. And I have to go through 5 different sections that are identical to one another, but with different characters, and it's awful. It is so slow and boring. It reminds me of if any of you have played Final Fantasy 15, chapter
Oh, with
13, which is notoriously
yeah.
awful.
Mhm.
That is pretty much Final Fantasy 7's chapter 15 is chapter 13 for Final Fantasy 15.
Honestly, I
It is
think
so bad.
I
So
think
bad.
15 literally rubbed me the wrong way when the first fucking thing you have to do is push a car to a gas station.
I mean, I like Final Fantasy 15, but like I liked everything about it except for like the last two chapters, which is how I feel about Final Fantasy 7. Liked everything except for the last two fucking chapters. They're so
I see a
long.
recurring theme here.
They're so long, and it doesn't need to be there. Like the really the hardest part were the last two boss battles. And
That's fair. That's like it's
they
a
were
big baddie.
they were tough. They were tough because like they were it was a one of them was a 1-on-2, and I was the one who only had one person, and the other one was a 1-on-1 where I forgot to make Cloud like have
The good stuff.
a lot of healing spells, so kind of got fucked there. So that was kind of hard.
That's what I think
well,
a
like-
lot of Final Fantasies don't do anymore, is that they kind of sort of get rid of this sort of class system where like in other RPGs you have a strict healer, you have a tech person, you have like your main beater.
Well, like it's very obvious like what each class is gonna be. Like Aerith, because she has such a massive MP
Magic,
pool,
yeah.
she's going to be your primary healer. Like she gets a lot based on the weapon you use. She can get a lot of fucking buffs for her healing. But there are other staffs where you can change up the playstyle, where instead of her being a healer, you can make her an offensive spellcaster, and like she can get like mega combos off of using heavy spell attacks. And then like Barrett is obviously your heavy, who has a very small MP pool, but he packs a fucking punch when it comes to distance and just raw power. Same with Tifa. Tifa's like just a close-up brawler who has a lot of oomph when it comes to her punches. And then Cloud, since he's the main character, he's very well rounded. He's good on everything pretty much. He's very balanced. But
How was the
yeah,
AI in that game? Because I've heard like some of the AI is just kind of like bad sometimes when with certain enemies.
It's kind of good. Like I don't think it's terrible.
But
It's
great.
the AI just like targets you like throughout the entire thing.
And that's it. Wait, so you're so
No,
the
no, no.
AI
I'm
for
talking about
the,
I'm talking about like the other player AI, like for
Oh,
Tifa
like my
and
teammates?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not that good. Like it really does require you to be actively like
Controlling
doing
them.
the commands for them. But like they do their job. Like when you're doing when you're fighting bosses, like they're really good. And then when you're fighting, like they're good at like they know when to attack certain characters. So if you have a character that's pressured, everyone's going to target that character, which is something I prefer. Like I like to kill things one off. Rather than like spread out and fight our own things. Like whittle them down one by one, so we're all together rather than saying separate and then
Yeah,
kind of
and
fucking
then
ourselves over.
yeah.
So like I appreciate that, but then other times because there's no like control, like direct control, sometimes because like say I'm playing Cloud, Tifa can do whatever the fuck she wants.
And
So,
she just sits
I
there
mean, it's
looking,
not, I mean, it's
sitting
not,
on the floor and looking at Cloud like the pretty boy he is.
oh dude, but like
Huh. So wait a minute. So for the AI for the like monsters and shit, like they don't target the other like your teammates. They only target you.
So like it depends. Like if for example I was on Tifa, right? I'm playing as Tifa. I'm controlling Tifa, and an enemy is targeting Tifa because it's me. If I swap off of Tifa and go to Cloud, the enemy will continue to target Tifa for like 5-6 more attacks, and then it'll swap off to Cloud.
Huh.
Yeah, so it basically
like,
basically the more amount of damage you do, it just draws aggro for like the
I mean,
okay.
just like
So
just like
so
player
pretty
wise.
much it's delayed when you switch off of characters. Like I was saying, if I'm Tifa and I'm attacking an enemy and they are attacking me, and I swap to Cloud, the character that I am as Cloud now will not be attacked by the enemy until Tifa's either dead or the enemy like used like 5-6 attacks on Tifa and then registers that I'm now Cloud and then goes after Cloud.
All right.
So the game
Interesting.
definitely targets the player. It doesn't just target characters. Like it won't attack Aerith because it knows that Aerith. It can tell that Aerith has more MP, so they should probably attack Aerith because she's most likely a healer.
Yeah, so
It's attacking the character.
it's smart
attacking
and
the player.
it's smart enough to know what does what and like how to beat it, which is interesting.
Interesting.
But yeah, Final Fantasy VII was good. I've been playing. I played a little bit of Halo as well.
Are you getting ready for Halo? Are you excited for Halo Infinite?
I'm like I wasn't excited for it at first until I replayed the Master Chief Collection.
Did you finish?
Oh, bye Andy. All right,
Yeah.
Andy's
Andy had to-
gone.
He had to go
Andy had
get clothes. I
Did
think
you-
we're
Did you finish Halo 5?
No, that game fucking sucks. I'm not.
No, okay, yeah, you should finish it
So
because
bad.
it's.
The
I
story is
know.
so boring. I just watched it online. Like I'm
Oh,
not.
okay. So yeah. So if you're
Like,
not
I
gonna,
know.
okay, so you know how it ends and everything like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so but you're hyped for it now, Halo Infinite.
Oh yeah, because
is
like,
Infinite
it's
a hard
definitely-
reboot or is it just like a continue or
It's
like
a
a side
hard,
story?
it's
like a hard
continuation from Halo 5, but they're doing a hard reset to go back to like the original values that.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not
had.
doing like at least what they've been saying. We've seen no gameplay to really back up those
Yeah.
claims, which
But,
kind of
like,
pisses me off.
Yeah.
But like it's for
It's
me.
a
I'm excited
spiritual
for it.
reboot, is what they're saying.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. I think it'll be. If they just don't follow trends, I think they'll do well.
Yeah, I
If
think
they don't pander to audiences, like keep
Yeah.
to the
I'm gonna-
hardcore gamers.
Rise of Skywalker, cough cough. I mean, it's a Halo game, and I've been playing Halo since I was like 6, so I'm gonna play it regardless. The same thing I did with Halo 5. Like, it's a Halo game. Like, I enjoyed Halo 5 personally. But that's also
Good. I'm glad you
Yeah.
liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. You know, I like the story. I think there was a lot of twists and turns that like were unexpected, especially the ending. Like when like the cutscene for the last mission like ended, and I googled. I was like, yeah, I haven't really heard anything about Halo 5, Halo 6. Let's look
Have
this up.
you played Halo Wars 2? Because apparently like that's like 100% like going to impact the story compared to Halo Wars 1.
I didn't.
Like
I
Halo
haven't
Wars
played any
2,
I haven't played any of the Halo Wars games.
like Halo Wars 1 was kind of like a nice like spin-off like game. Like it was
Okay.
fun. There are some
like
things that are
Kind
implemented.
of like ODST. Kind of like ODST.
Yeah, but ODST is just way better in every
Yeah,
way.
yeah, of course.
Um,
ODST is amazing.
And then but like Halo Wars 2, like it pretty much like it obviously it's affected by the end of the war,
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the Covenant War, but it's
Right.
also like it takes up like huge implications on like where Cortana might be at
Huh.
the end of Halo 5. Because at the end of Halo Wars 2, if you don't care about spoilers, I mean you could just look this up. Do you care? I won't spoil it.
No,
if you
no,
don't
I
care.
don't. I'm not gonna play Halo Wars 2. So
Okay,
Just go ahead,
At the
do
very end of the game, like so you first find yourself near installation 00. It's like the place where they build all the Halo
Right.
rings,
Yeah.
and you fight like these Covenant like
Well, wait, Halo Wars isn't first person. It's top down, isn't it?
no, it's an RTS. Yeah, it's RTS.
Yeah. Okay.
And you fight like this like really fucked up group of Covenant like rejects.
Okay.
And like they're super powerful because of some reason, and they do something inside installation 00. I think they're using a oracle
Okay.
to like boost their power or whatever, to be like really evil and strong.
Okay.
And at the end of the game, one of the main characters, she's a scientist lady, she gets teleported to a Halo ring, the nearest Halo ring. And
Which is,
at that Halo ring,
I'm assuming the one that you see at the beginning at that in the Infinite trailer that we saw.
That's supposed to be the one.
That is what is probably it, because
But that looks like I thought that was installation 4 from Halo 1.
I mean,
That-
they're changing a lot of things
Yeah.
in Halo Infinite, so there could be a lot of retcons. But
Yeah.
at least in Halo Wars 2, she like hears a sound. She's working in like a Forerunner architect area,
Yeah.
and she hears a sound. So she goes outside, and she's like, she knows she's by herself on this installation, but like she looks outside and she just sees a Guardian floating in front of her.
Okay.
and it's the exact same Guardian that Cortana was using.
Okay.
So like it just ends there. Like it cuts right as she looks up to see the Guardian, and it's just like, oh fuck. So Halo Wars 2 does kind of matter, actually.
Huh.
Like
Interesting.
It's the connecting
Yeah.
all the red string on the cork board, basically.
Yeah, I guess
yeah,
so.
pretty much. But yeah, I've been playing
Interesting.
Halo. I've been trying to get before I cut my hand open. I've been trying to get through all the Halos on Legendary,
Yeah.
and that fucking
That's a-
sucks.
It
Yeah.
sucks, but it's
Um,
not that bad.
I think Halo 1 is the hardest one to do
Halo,
on Legendary.
big time. Halo
Combat
Reach
Evolved
is
is
a cake.
hard.
Yep.
Halo Reach, Halo
It's
3,
kind of a
I'm good
cakewalk
with.
on
Halo
Legendary.
4, I'm really good at. I've
Yeah.
always been playing. I like Halo 4, so
Right, same.
I've always played the campaign and I know like the ins and outs of that.
Yeah.
Halo 2 and Halo 1 are the hardest ones for me because I'm not a big fan of Halo 2. Everyone loves
Oh,
it,
I
but I
love
don't really
Halo
like.
too.
I don't really
It's
like
like
the campaign.
it's like Empire for Halo.
It's the Empire Strikes Back. Except actually no, Halo 3 is really fucking good.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
Halo
no,
3.
it is. No, don't get me wrong. Halo 3 is one of the best ones, but I think Halo 2 is like Empire because and I say that only because like there's so many things that happen in Halo 2 that affect the rest of the games going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely is the Empire, and like it's like it just like an Empire. There's the tease for the next movie.
Yeah.
There's a tease for the next game at the end of
Yeah.
Halo 2.
Mhm.
And the cutscene, the remastered cutscenes for Halo
Are
2.
beautiful. Oh my god.
My dad was watching me play Halo 2.
It's like a movie.
Yeah,
It's
he was
literally
like,
watching a
"Dude, are
movie.
you watching a movie?" I'm like, "No,
No.
I'm playing a video game." Like, I would love.
Didn't
this
they
to
come
be a
out with
movie.
like some sort of
It'd be
like
so cool.
Halo
They
animated
did.
series or something like that?
No. So
Halo
they
Legends.
actually,
Halo Legends. Or
yeah,
something
so
like
they did
that.
Halo Legends, but they also had a movie, Halo 4 Unto Dawn.
No,
Yeah.
that was a miniseries.
What do you mean? No, that was a movie. There was a movie about like fallen cadets at the academy.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
a miniseries. There's like 5
that's a
episodes. It's on
miniseries.
Amazon.
Was that produced
Oh,
by Machinima?
because it's on. Yeah, there was one that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was one that was produced by Machinima.
There's one was
That
produced by
was like
Machinima that I'm pretty sure.
that was like a full length like feature movie that
I
had like
think there
Master Chief
definitely
in
was
it
one called Forward
and
on
like
Dawn.
Blue Team and like the original Blue Team members, and it jumps at the end of it to right before Halo 4 starts.
Is it with the captain, that guy?
Lasky.
Yeah.
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 That was a miniseries, bro.
Was that the miniseries?
Oh, I thought so. Then if that was a miniseries, then they must have stitched it all together
Yeah.
into a feature length. Because I didn't watch it as a miniseries. I watched it as a
Because like in the
No,
miniseries,
Knowing Machinima though,
Master
they probably
Chief
stitched it
isn't-
together, so we're probably both
Master
on
Chief-
the mark.
Master Chief isn't in the miniseries until the last episode.
Yeah, and that's what I meant. He comes to save the
That's
day,
why I'm like-
basically.
Yeah, he
That's
comes
why I'm
to
like-
save everything,
Yeah.
put everything back together. You know, he killed a hunter by stuffing a grenade into it.
Yeah, I wish we can do that in Halo.
That'd be
But
great.
we've been going on for
A long
2 hours
time.
now, or an
No,
hour and a half.
hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
If you
I
round
wanna
up,
see
it's
guys
2
like-
hours, but who's counting?
But like, if you guys don't like, if you Devin, if you want to promote anything for UCGC, I know for at least the digital media team in UCGC, we're definitely gonna have. I don't know.
Yeah, what are
when
you
Chad will be
guys doing for the summer? I'm very interested. We haven't had any in-person e-board meetings in the last few e-board meetings. I've been
So
able to
like
do.
for the digital media team, we're gonna start implementing a lot more streaming, like
Perfect.
probably doing the podcast live streamed.
I
That
like
way it makes it easier for us to just kind of like minor edits and then just upload the VOD. And then we're also gonna see if we can do like some scheduled like let's plays together, like
I like
through a
that.
live stream, like we play some
Yeah.
games together, doing all that stuff. For this month, we're gonna hopefully round out this month with not only this podcast, but depending on if Chad has played and or finished Final Fantasy VII, we're gonna do a full-blown review of Final Fantasy VII, a lot more in-depth thoughts on the game from me, and hopefully another person's perspective with Chad. And yeah, we're gonna do a lot more live streams throughout the summer and a lot more a lot more videos that are just like kind of casual rather than just on Fridays. But of course, things will change and fluctuate depending on what people are doing, jobs, all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Granted, we're in a pandemic, so
Everyone
Oh,
should be
really?
staying at home. You shouldn't be
Probably won't
busy.
change too much. Yeah.
But yeah, the digital media team, we're hopefully gonna have a nice full stack of stuff
Good. I
coming
love
in
it.
June, July, and August to have a very solid start to the fall.
I love it.
But yeah,
For the rest of UCGC, I don't know. I'm kind of this is this gets me sad because I've been president the last like pretty much fucking 2.5, 3 years. So I'm looking forward to, but not looking forward to leaving my position. I'm looking forward to see what Justin's able to do with the club, but I'm also not looking forward to leaving and working with all of you guys. Everyone, especially you guys. You guys are my friends, so I'm not ever gonna talk to you guys again. But it's gonna be hard to kind of let go. Other than that, I know that for the fall, Justin really wants to push hosting events for gamers pretty much, and just kind of going back to and making sure that our community is happy with community events and stuff like that, which is something I'm really looking forward to seeing him do. Yeah. Other than that, not much else is going on. We're just getting ready for next semester, getting ready for Winter Prowl and Husky games next year. Just a lot of logistical stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We have the Minecraft server opening up, like Andy was talking about.
Do you have an
Which is
ETA
gonna be
on like
great.
when it's gonna be up or?
Well, so the server itself is already up. Andy and I are going to be working together to actually like start the server and get it like up and running, if that makes sense. For people like actually log on to it, but the server itself is it exists. It's just waiting for us to actually go in and set everything up. So,
Neat.
but yeah.
all right,
Alright,
awesome.
yeah.
Well, thank you everybody for joining. Thank you, Devin.
Andy.
Thank you, Andy.
Yeah.
Davis, thank you as always for either hosting or co-hosting with me. Appreciate
Yep.
you always being a part of the podcast. And thank you to our audience for listening. So yeah, we will see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
See ya.